तो मिलेंगी भले ही भटकते ही सही, मंजिलें तो मिलेंगी भले ही भटकते ही सही, मगर गुमराह तो वो हैं जो घर से निकले ही नहीं। Life is
Wow.
all about trying something new and constantly pushing ourselves into learning phase for the traits we don't have been blessed with. And once we decide to learn something new every day, life becomes a real fun. And such is this opportunity for all of us to witness something new, which is somehow missing in our doctor fraternity. People assume that doctors have everything in them except glamour. And so we are starting our preparations for this one of its kind event on the medical platform, the Grand Pageant NOGS 2021. And of
Wow.
course, it's the brainchild of none other than our dynamic president, Dr. Vaidehi Marathe, ma'am. Yeah. So without much ado, may I request our first speaker, Dr. Sadashiv sir, who is going to speak on fitness today. Sadashiv sir को देख के ही अपने को fitness दिमाग में right. Dr. Sadashiv Bhore, senior urologist, director at 7 Star Hospital, a fitness expert and director of IAS Fitness and IAS Workout Gym. He is a certified expert from INFS Pune and exercise science. He has also got exercise science certificate from ISSA California. So much he has added to his personality with constant dedication and hard work. So we are here to listen and learn from him today. I welcome you, Sadashiv sir, to come forward and deliver your first lecture on fitness.
Thank you so much. And I have objection to one of your statements that doctors are not glamorous. In fact, some of the most glamorous personalities I have seen are doctors, and they really do so well in so many fields, maybe extracurricular, maybe curricular. They are always at the top. Thank you very much, President Vaidya Marathe, for giving me this opportunity, for making me a part of this luminous faculties you have today. And it's my indeed pleasure. I am speaking from my hospital. I'm in the middle of my work, but I'm really glad to be with you. One of the advantages of Zooming is that you can just zoom in from anywhere in your scrubs also, and that is very comforting. So I would like to share my screen now. Right? Can you see my screen? Hello? Yeah. All right. Dazzling Divas and Dashing Dudes is an amazing kind of title for your show, and I'm really curious that who contributed to this, because it's so true when it comes to NOGS. So good evening, everybody. I am Dr. Sadashiv Bhole, and I'm very happy that Shivangi was so kind to me when she was giving my introduction. Let's have the first slide. So, right, just one moment, please. Yeah. Right. So
Sadashi, just a moment. Is his voice clear to all of you? I feel it can be a bit louder. It would be better.
now,
Your
can you hear me now?
voice is, yeah, much better. Can you take
Okay.
that mic closer to you?
Yeah, I can put it in my
Now
mouth.
it's much better. Much
Okay.
better.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. So whenever I go to any group of any age group, the first question I ask is, what is your goal? What is your goal of starting a fitness program? 95% would say that they want to lose weight and they want to look fit and they want to look lean. Lean and mean is the new kind of style of today's world. And once you think about losing weight or fat loss, then we come to one basic cardinal truth, that is calorie deficit. So, calorie deficit is something which is now a concept well established. And about 5 years back or 3 years back, we were talking a lot about macros, about proteins, about what you eat. But ultimately, it all boils down to how much calories you're consuming throughout the day if you want to have a decent fat loss or a decent weight loss. So, for example, if you see, if you say consume 1500 calories and burn 200 calories, so you have a deficit of around 500. So, it is like 3500 calories a week. That would reduce a person's weight by almost approximately half a kg. And this arithmetic is true to all the genetic groups, to all the populations all across the world, because it's a simple math, and it follows a basic principle that if you are in deficit, you are going to lose weight. Now, the body burns calories through four different ways. The majority part of what we eat or what we consume, 60% of it, is basically basal metabolic rate. That is also called now resting metabolic rate, wherein we breathe, our circulation, our heart, our repairing, everything that goes on. It consumes 60% of our calories. 20% calories goes through non-exercise activity. When you're working, walking in the office, operating, looking at the patient, moving from one room to another. So this is non-exercise activity thermogenesis. 10% is what we spend in the gym or on the cycle or on the roads or in the ground. So imagine what you are eating, only 10% goes into exercise and a properly designed exercise program, and provided you do it sincerely. And 10% is the thermic effect of food. We will go into the little bit of detail so that you understand these concepts. Right. So, NEAT and EAT are two fundamentals. NEAT is non-exercise activity, like I said, that where calories you burn during your day-to-day work and spontaneous activity. Now, imagine what you can do if you want to start on a fitness program. The first thing you do is to increase your NEAT. That is a very simple thing to do. I advise all my friends, all who are doctors or who are into sitting jobs, to just give away that chair. Resting or sitting is the new smoking. It is called the new age smoking. If you sit at one place for more than a couple of hours, that means you're into the high risk groups. The most important point or tip I would say is not to sit while you're working. That will make you more active. So if you're working for like 6 to 8 hours a day, if you stand or if you walk, or if you're just moving around doing your job, you have spent a lot of calories in NEAT. It is exercise activity thermogenesis, which we use different strategies. We use cardio, we use kind of resistance training to burn the calories excessively. So NEAT and EAT are two fundamental concepts. Now, as I told you, let's go to what is the thermic effect of food. Now, whenever we eat some food, calories are used basically to digest that food. This is called the thermic effect of food. Now, the most important part here, look at this. This is the protein. For 100 calories of protein you consume, it consumes around 20 to 30 calories to digest it. So you have only, theory, taken 70 calories of that protein, because 30 of it is gone into basically digesting it. Look at fats. It takes 0 to 3 kilocalories to burn that, to digest that fat. So fats are easily digestible. They don't put a lot of strain on the system, and the proteins are the most difficult to digest for the body, and it has a maximum thermic effect. So if you include foods which have got maximum thermic effect, you are doing what is called as a reverse dieting phenomenon, where you're eating but still you're not eating those many calories that you're counting. So, are you losing body fat? Do you want to lose body fat? Are you in a calorie deficit diet? If yes, you should be able to see visual changes. When you see yourself in the mirror, if you see that you're getting lean, then yes, you have to keep the same program on. If you're not seeing anything, but if you're sure and that you are in calorie deficit, then you just have to be patient. Rome was not built in a day. You cannot achieve anything just in a matter of a week. But definitely it will work, and you have to trust the process and the science. Suppose you're not eating in a calorie deficit diet, and if your aim is to lose weight, I would advise you strongly to go into a calorie deficit program, wherein you have a deficit of around 300 to 500 calories a day. And if you're not aiming to lose fat, but if you're aiming to gain muscle, then you have to go plus on the calories. You have to consume 300 to 400 calories per day. The most important aspect of today's fitness program in today's world is to lose the fat selectively and not the muscle. It prevents the yo-yo phenomena. Suppose if you lose the weight rapidly, so you're not only losing fat, but you're losing a great deal of water when you start on any fitness program. Then the next thing which you lose is a combination of fat and muscle. Now, muscles are metabolically active tissues, and the more muscle mass you have, the higher the resting metabolic rate a person would have. And you know that resting metabolic rate consumes 70% of what we eat. So a person with a good muscle mass, even if he's taking 2000 calories, he would still be in calorie deficit and still have a low percentage of fat. Very important part is to consume proteins adequately. So it has got multiple benefits, not only related to your general health, to your immunological health, but also to maintain your muscle mass, to have a good bone health, and also to feel good and have a feeling of satiety. Proteins have a high feeling of satiety, and a protein poor diet is not a very full diet, and a person tends to have hunger pangs. So the most common mistake which I have seen people doing is doing too much cardio. Too much cardio never works, believe me. To any fitness manual you see today, cardio has to be done in limitation. Too much cardio takes away the muscle mass. You lose weight very fast, but in the end, you gain it all back. And it's also important to enjoy a break from your diet. So if you're having a consistent kind of a diet for maybe a month or so, then it always is a good idea to take a break for a day or two, so that it rejuvenates you, it reboots your system, and you get more benefits in the coming cycles. So whoever is willing to lose fat, look lean, look healthy, to go into pageants, to go into beauty competitions, you got to have a good physique to compete. It gives you tremendous amount of confidence if you have a good physique to start with. But if you're doing nothing about it, then you will definitely have a steady fat gain. People who don't do proper diet and exercise program slowly gain fat, have low energy and slow metabolism. As we age, our basal metabolic or resting metabolic rate falls, and that is why as we age, our fat percentage goes on increasing. When you have a combination of diet and cardio, you will feel healthy and fit, you will have a steady weight loss, you have decent energy. But I told you, because the loss of muscle is happening when you are doing or overdoing your cardio, ultimately you become what is called as small or thin, not lean. The best combination is a good diet and strength training. It is the healthiest. It has got steady fat loss, very high energy and fitness. People do not feel very tired. If you do doing too much cardio, at the end of the day, it becomes difficult to carry on with your daily chores. So diet and strength training is the best combination which a person can have. If somebody is not losing fat in spite of him or her thinking that she's following a proper program, then the most important aspect to look into is sleep. Sleep is one of the most important activity we do as humans, because this is important for our rebuilding, for rejuvenation. And if we are not getting enough sleep, there are hormonal changes which occur, which makes us prone to have excess fat and increase in fat percentage. Not drinking enough water. Being a urologist and a fitness expert, people always ask me कि कितना पानी पीना चाहिए. It's a very difficult question to tell you कितना पानी पीना चाहिए, because for me, if 4 liters is good, for you 4 liters may be less, or maybe two more. So the best way to know whether you are properly hydrated or not is basically depends on the color of your pee. If the urine color is like the color of water at all times, then a person is well hydrated. If it is yellowish in color, then you are not well hydrated at all. The third mistake which most of us do is not eating enough protein. The recommended protein for weight loss is 1 gram per pound of body weight. That is about 2 gram per kg body weight. Most of us do not consume 2 gram per kg body weight. This is not WHO recommendation. WHO recommendation is 0.8 gram. That is for maintaining of health. That is not for fitness. That is not for losing weight. That is not for divas, or that is not for dashing dudes. So one has to be very particular about your protein intake. Avoiding too much cardio again, adding too many oils and dressings. So if you are saying that you're taking about 100 grams of rice and say 100 grams of chicken, but if you're adding dressing to it, you're adding calories. So one has to be very careful while using these dressings. Most of the dips which we use, like mayonnaise, have sugars, they have added carbohydrates and fats, so that they are tasty. So taste के लिए कुछ भी करेगा. When you buy it from a commercial vendor, they want it to taste good, otherwise nobody will buy from them. So a food which is prepared outside is definitely will have more calories than what you actually calculate for it. Eating too many healthy foods also a hazard, because then you end up not feeling properly satiated, and there are hunger pangs and there are bad snack breaks. One has to have a calorie monitor. There are many apps available. My Plate is one of the good apps where you can actually monitor what calories you're consuming. And patience. Remember that this is a journey and never a destination. So one of the positive points of losing fat is there is energy increase. One feels happy, stronger, has a positive mindset, and obviously the clothes feel much better when you lean down, and one gets motivated to train. People who are fit, who are muscular, are always happy. You will find that the endorphin release is exceptional, and they will always have positive mindset in whatever they do. This is the 95-5 rule. This is a very important slide. The 95% of success in getting lean depends on the following factors: calorie deficit, which is important, high protein, enough sleep, 7 to 9 hours, low stress. Increased in stress increases cortisol levels, and increased cortisol is associated with increased fat deposition, particularly in bad areas like waist and hips. Eating of whole foods is important. It is better to have an apple rather than to have an apple juice. And as I told you, strength training forms the cornerstone of any fat loss program. The 5% things which are hyped up by the industry or which we feel are very important are supplements, carb fat ratio, diet hacks like intermittent fasting, how when you eat your first meal, uh, cardio is again among the 5%, and ingredient selection. I use only broccoli or I use only palak, and this ingredient selection doesn't make any sense, because ultimately it's the whole meal which you take during the 24-hour period which makes the difference. When I talk about strength training, one of the great aspects of strength training is something which is called progressive overload. So, if one person is jogging every day for say 45 minutes, the body adapts itself in 8 to 10 days. And then the benefits of that particular 45-minute jog is no longer there. However, in a scenario where there is strength training or resistance training, there is something called progressive overload where we go on increasing the weight while maintaining a proper form. So the same three set exercises which you do on a Monday, if you do it on Thursday with 10 kgs of extra weight, will put extra stress on the muscles in the body, and that will definitely have a better result at the end of the day. One of some of the principles is you will always find people doing only abs or this because हमारा ना पेट बड़ा पेट कम करने का है, but it never happens that way. So local fat loss or spot fat loss is a myth. Fat loss is always global, never local. You can't tone, sculpt, or shape a particular muscle. You can definitely tone a group, but not a muscle. You can not only you cannot always have a bigger bicep just by doing bicep exercises. Sugar is not inherently bad. I actually don't agree with this because I think sugar is inherently bad. But if you are keeping that sugar in the proper macro and calorie bracket, then it is not bad. Suppose if you're taking 1500 and if you're taking 4 TSPs of sugar for the calories of which are already calculated by you, then probably it will not do you more harm. But I feel that 4 TSP of sugar can be, that calorie can be invested in something which is much better and filling, and one can have a better calorie replacement than sugar. But yes, if you have a sweet tooth, then yes, sugar is not inherently bad for you if you remain in that calorie bracket. You don't need supplements to lose fat. If your food is whole, and if your macros like proteins, fats, and carbohydrates are basically achievable, then you don't have to use any supplements. There are no good or bad foods. There are only good or bad attitudes towards foods. Don't eat less, eat right. So on the left hand side, you have 480 calories burden. On the right hand side, you have a 450 calorie whole meal. So choose wisely. And if you choose wisely, then things will basically, you will get to your result faster, and you will get to them without doing any special kind of effort. Now, whenever we go through these kind of talks, I always get these messages back to me, or people DM me on Instagram, "Ki, tell us where can I start, how can I do this." I have to start. The first thing to start is to start, basically increase your NEAT, non-exercise energy expenditure has to be increased first. Start getting active. Start climbing stairs. Don't use lifts. Don't use chair, stand. In the OPD, while you're looking at patients, you can just stand and look at the patient, go to the table, examine, come back again. When you want to write, you can just sit for a minute or two, then get up again. So basically what you're inculcating is you're inculcating activity in your day-to-day routine. So that is one thing from where you can start. Where when you're designing your own diet, you have to start there also. The simplest way is to calculate calories. Now, how do you calculate calories? I will tell you a rule of thumb. Let's say for an Indian person, an Indian woman, the with a moderate kind of activity. Most of you are not mild; you are kind of moderate active people. So there, the calorie range is somewhere like 1800 to 2000 calories for a decently built person. So you can calculate your calories from many apps which are there on the net. It's just very simple. You just have to basically put in your height in centimeters and weight in pounds or kgs, when you can calculate your maintenance calories. Now we want to have a deficit of 400 to 500. So if your maintenance calories are around 2000, you have to design a diet for yourself which is having 1500 to 1600 calories, so that you will lose half a kg weight every week. So calculate these calories. Now the first thing to do in this is to track your protein. So suppose you are trying to take 1 gram protein per kg body weight, you're 50 kg person, then 50 grams of protein. So 1 gram of protein is 4 calories. 1 gram of carbohydrates is 4 calories. 1 gram of fat is 9 calories. So if you're taking 50 grams of protein, 50 into 4, that is 200 calories are gone. So now you have to adjust your fat and carbohydrates in the remaining 1200 calories. So add around 30 grams to 35 grams of fat to it. So 35 into 200 is gone. And lastly, when this is done, the last bit is to add carbohydrates. The remaining calorie intake should be with carbohydrates. We always encourage people to have a protein intake of at least 1.5 gram per kg body weight in case you want to lose weight or in case you want to lose fat. 1 gram, according to me, is less. It should be ideally between 1.2 to 1.5 if possible. If you are not possible to meet up with your protein requirements through this diet, then you have to use whey supplement, which is very safe. We have been using whey for more than a decade. It has been used by athletes all over the world. It's a milk protein and it's quite safe.
Sadashvi,
There are
mic pass mein lena.
Yeah, sorry. There are a subset of people who are the lucky ones, I would say, but they consider themselves highly unlucky because they are underweight. Particularly, women find it very embarrassing. Some of them are very underweight and they want to put on weight. So here, calorie access is something which works all the time. So if a person, many people, they eat well, they eat all kinds of ice creams, but they don't tend to put on weight for years together. They have got high thyroid outputs, their basal metabolic rates are very high. So in these people, the diet basically rotates around eating excess calories. So we have to give them an excess of 400 to 500 calories every meal, every day, so that they tend to put on, they go in positive nitrogen balance and they tend to put on weight. One has to track macros, that is very important. And if people who want to bulk up, men or women, should avoid cardio at all cost. Even if you do cardio training for 15-20 minutes a week, that is adequate for a healthy heart. So simple ways is to make a program which is applicable to us. Consistency in approach is very important, and consistency happens when you love what you do. If you're not if you don't like to lift weights or go to the gym, but you're an outdoor person, you won't be able to stick with a program of resistance training for a long time. You will get bored and ultimately will be irregular, and you will just go to the gym and discuss day-to-day activities and come back. So one has to understand what they like and what works for them, and at least use some kind of activity. Increase activity at workplace. A good idea would be to exercise in a small group. Have a group of 3 to 4 friends who motivate each other, go together for a exercise program, go to the gym together, or go for walks together. So that helps in maintaining consistency. And remember that math and science always works. You have to trust the process. If you have a calorie deficit diet and if you consistently maintain it, a person is gonna lose weight and person is gonna lose fat. Thank you so much. My time is off. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Sadashiv sir, for your wonderful lecture. Lecture to nahi, it was an introduction actually. You taught us what to eat, what not to eat, and simple ways of increasing the exercise level and to keep us active. Thank you for being with us and guiding us with your valuable knowledge. May I now request my co-chairperson, Dr. Shantala ma'am, to introduce our next speaker, Dr. Vartika Patil ma'am.
Yeah, thank you, Shivangi. Good afternoon, everybody. It's lovely seeing you here. It's such a pleasure to introduce Dr. Vartika Patil. Vartika is actually, I should call her the diva of pageants. She has so much experience. Just looking at the list of pageants that she has participated in is mind-boggling. You know, she's participated in Mrs. Universe, Mrs. West India, Mrs. Maharashtra, and she's won different titles like Mrs. Fabulous. She was also one of the finalists in the Glad Rags pageant. And just last year, during the international pageant in Greece, she won the title of Mrs. Stylish and Most Beautiful Hair. In addition to that, and whenever Vartika ko thoda sa time mil jata hai pageant se, she also is the chief pathologist at Neuron Hospital. She is also qualified as an NABH assessor and a trainer, and she gives training. So here is to Vartika, a woman who is truly accomplished. And today she's going to be talking to us about how to look confident on stage, how to be confident while participating in a pageant. So welcome, Vartika. It's lovely having you here. I request you to start. Yeah.
Thank you, ma'am. It's an honor really to receive such words of compliment from you. And ma'am, can we start the screen share so that I can start my, yeah.
I think you can do it yourself, no?
Yes, I think is it visible? Is it visible to everyone?
Yes.
So to begin with, I really thank Vedahi ma'am for giving me this opportunity to be, among such stalwarts today and to be able to guide them because ma'am, Vedahi ma'am, truly in the true sense of the term, you are really the torch bearer of a revolution. You are defying stereotypes wherein, people usually believe that doctors are geeks, especially gynecologists. When it comes to gynecologists, they feel कि वो बहुत डांटने वाली और एकदम अजीबो गरीब दिखने वाली, ना बालों का ख्याल, ना कपड़ों का ख्याल, ना किसी चीज का ख्याल रखकर अपना काम करने वाली एक डॉक्टर की इमेज लोग देखते हैं जब एक गायनेकोलॉजिस्ट को स्पेशली इमेजिन करते हैं. So really, people like you are torch bearers in this revolution, where you also are showing the world that we are too glam to give a damn. So that's a very important attitude with which you all should be, performing in your beauty pageant of NOGS. My topic for today is a very wide topic. Like I'm only going to focus on confidence. So आप में से जितने भी लोग pageant में participate कर रहे हैं, तो आज मैं आपको सिर्फ कुछ confidence boosters दूंगी जो stage पे आपको help करेंगे. Because I feel, it's high time that people, start relating beauty pageants, especially as a major contribution in women empowerment. Because, beauty pageants are actually a short course of personality development. That is what I feel in a very broader perspective. And I'm not trying to put beauty pageants on a pedestal, but I truly believe, because I have been part of so many pageants myself, that it's almost become an addiction for me. So it is actually a short course of personality development, which is the need of the hour. Because if you see, the world is changing, India is changing, people are changing, society is changing. As Dr. Bhole just spoke about fitness, people have become more aware of that me time. And people have become more aware that life is not a 100-meter dash, but it is a marathon that you have to run. And if you're not fit enough to run ahead or forge ahead in your goals, definitely you will be left behind by people who are much stronger and much smarter than you. So I feel beauty pageants are not about beauty, just about beauty. It is about empowering yourself, whether you are a man or a woman. It's a sort of empowerment it gives you. It makes you more confident as an individual, because you may your qualification, obviously you all are gynecologists, it's a big asset for you all to be in society. You are very well respected, you are looked upon by so many people. But if you have a great personality to match with it, then you don't just fit in, but you stand out. That people instantly notice you, people instantly accept you, and people instantly like you. That is the whole idea behind the beauty pageants, is to discover your own self. That is what is important, because as females, as males, हम लोग बहुत सारे roles play करते हैं. We play the role of a mother, a daughter, a mother-in-law, a doctor, and we are available for almost everyone. We are available for our patients, we are available for our family members, we are available for everyone, but we are not available for ourselves. So that is the biggest irony of being a gynecologist, or a doctor, if I may say so, that आप लोग अपने अलावा बाकी सबका ख्याल रखते हैं. So thanks to वैदेही मैम एंड शांतला मैम एंड ऑल, जो सब साथ में आए हैं और उन्होंने ये बेड़ा उठाया है कि डॉक्टर्स को थोड़ा मी टाइम भी मिलना चाहिए, and they should start taking care of themselves also. That is what we are going to discuss this whole time, and I am only going to give you some beauty boosters. That is all. Other than that, I think introduction part and question answer round, Harsha ma'am is going to take care of it. So first of all, when you are on stage and you are participating in a beauty pageant, don't just take it as a beauty pageant, take it as a personality pageant. As the name of your pageant also rightly suggests, dazzling diva and dashing dudes. So you have to dazzle and you have to be dashing on stage. So first of all, you have to believe that you can, right? Before anything else, you have to believe that you can, and only when you believe you can, you will. Trust me on this. So obviously, every female or a male wants validation of beauty, wants validation of the things they've worked very hard for. Glamour, what you see on stage, is just a 2 minutes spotlight on you, but it is immeasurable hard work, almost like 8 hours of hard work every day, which people put, when they come on a platform like this, to in front of such a huge audience, trying to impress them with their personality. Obviously, fitness plays a major role in that. Other than that, obviously, I think I can hear.
Somebody needs to unmute.
Yeah, somebody's mic is open. If they can mute it. Right.
Sandeep Nikade, Dr. Sandeep Nikade has entered with a bang.
Okay.
Somebody needs to call him. Okay.
Yes. So obviously beauty pageants are a validation that you have really worked for something. Like gynecologist बनने के लिए आपने PG entrance दी, MBBS की entrance दी, वो भी एक रेस थी, ये भी एक रेस होती है, but ये थोड़ी अलग टाइप की रेस है, इसमें मजा ज्यादा आता है. हार या जीत से कुछ फर्क नहीं पड़ता है. The most important thing is what you take back from this race. आप क्या बनते हैं, क्या लेकर जाते हैं अपने साथ. So that is what is most important. The crown is definitely the goal which you have to look forward to. But this race is all about transforming yourself, changing yourself from what you were, and, appreciating yourself much more than what you were. Now, see, trendy is the last stage before tacky. People associate beauty pageants with, short dress and heavy makeup. It is not like that. You can be very elegant, very classy with minimal makeup, yet look extremely beautiful, because it's a complete package of beauty with brains. So you have to first you have to wear clothes in which you are not just looking glamorous, but you are comfortable in them. You should understand your body type, and you should understand your personality, your height, your figure, whether you're a plus size, XL, L, M, S, whatever size you are, doesn't matter. but you should have clothes which are suitable enough so that you can carry them with confidence on stage, and you should be comfortable, not not trying to overdo things which you're not comfortable in. So don't try to overdo, be classy, at the same time be yourself. That's the most important. Then after that, definitely, this is a beautiful quote which I have read somewhere, so I wanted to put it in my presentation, that women are leaders everywhere you look. From the CEO who runs a Fortune 500 company to the housewife who raises her children and heads her household. Our country was built by strong women, and we will continue to break down walls and defy stereotypes. So this is also one of those moments where you all have come together to break a stereotypes that doctors can't be glamorous. So they can be glamorous, definitely. The most important takeaway message of my presentation will be self-confidence is the best outfit. Rock it and own it. It's not just your clothes or your makeup or your hairstyle that matters. I don't consider myself to be Aishwarya Rai either, but I do know that I have something in me that makes me stand out in the crowd when I'm there on the stage and performing, and that is my self-confidence. Because of beauty is, it becomes very irritating if it does not have confidence with it. So that beauty will not last long, will not be able to catch the attention for a very long time if you don't own it with confidence. So beauty without confidence, according to me, is no beauty at all. So you have to be comfortable in your own skin, positive about what you are, in complete acceptance of yourself. That is what is most important when you're on stage. Now, what is a diva? Diva is what you all are. It's basically a definition of a qualified individual. I mean, it goes to men also who are participating in the pageant. She's an intelligent, beautiful, and ambitious woman who's extremely good at what she does and works hard to get everything she wants. She exemplifies dignity, class, style, and grace. Occasionally, she will set it off, but only when absolutely necessary. So she is, in short, beauty with brains. Now, let me tell you a few more confidence boosters. Now, what to do on stage. This is basically about pageant heels, but I don't think it applies to every one of you here. Still, I would just like to share a few things about pageant heels, what kind of shoes look good on stage. This I usually groom my students for, that if you give the girl the right kind of shoes, she will conquer the world. It's a quote by Marilyn Monroe. So when you want to feel confident on stage, see, you don't have to look your routine self when you are there on the platform. Okay, you have to look different, and you have to do things which help you look different. Okay, that people are in awe of you. You should become a head turner in your own way. So pageant heels definitely help you in that. By that, I don't really wish that all of you all should go for a 6-inch sandal or anything like that. But these are a few things like, this probably fits well for all the gynecologists here. Something which has a 2-inch heel and a little bit of base. If you can see the pointer, a little bit of base and a 2-inch or 3-inch heel with a strap on near the ankle. This is a perfect pageant heel. And trust me, people, आप इसमें बिल्कुल नहीं गिरेंगे. We wear these kind of heels which are 6 to 7 inches, but we still don't fall, and our feet does not hurt even if we are standing in them for 6 to 7 hours. It does not hurt. It's just a myth, and it is there in your mind that you cannot carry these shoes well enough. But buying the right kind of shoes is very important. नॉट जस्ट सिर्फ आप हम हील्स को देखते हैं और हम नहीं चल सकते ऐसा सोचते हैं क्योंकि हम सही हील्स नहीं खरीदते. तो आपकी ये जो है ये शू बिल्कुल गलत है. आपकी हील्स में इस तरह का बेस होना चाहिए. तो आपकी हील्स में हील्स तो होनी चाहिए, जितनी भी हो, ज्यादा बड़ी जरूरत नहीं है, बट बेस होना चाहिए एक इसमें आपके स्पाइन को सपोर्ट करने के लिए, और ऊपर स्ट्रैप होना चाहिए जो आपके एंकल को फर्मली पकड़ के रखे ताकि आपके बॉडी का बैलेंस ना जाए जब आप उनमें चले. तो ये स्ट्रैप आपके डे टू डे शूज में भी, जब आप किसी पार्टी में जाते हैं, स्ट्रैप वाली सैंडल्स हो, ये वाली हील्स हो और उसको थोड़ा सा बेस हो, तो आप उसमें कितने भी घंटे आप इनफैक्ट डांस कर सकते हैं, फिर भी आप ट्रिप होके गिरेंगे नहीं. दैट इज माय वर्ड फॉर इट. सो ट्राई टू वेयर शूज which are little bit glamorous and they don't hurt your feet. Try a shoe which has a strap on it and a bit of a heel, maybe with a bit of a platform. So that is all about pageant heels. Now makeup, obviously people are going to cover it up in detail for you, but the best thing to look is natural, but it takes makeup to look natural. Trust me on this. You cannot look natural without makeup. So here, if you will see, try not to overdo things. Okay, try not to look like this, like don't end up looking a clown. People, they say कि बहुत ज्यादा आई शेडो लगा लेंगे, बहुत ज्यादा शाइन कर लेंगे, बहुत ज्यादा आईब्रो पेंसिल लगा लेंगे और वो कुछ अजीब से दिखने लग जाते. So try not to be very aggressive with your makeup. Try to be subtle and natural, and just your makeup class will be covered by experts, I'm sure, and they will tell you. But my own piece of advice to you will not to try to overdo things on stage. Okay, try to be subtle and natural, and you will definitely look great on stage. And it's ultimately about what you answer and how you answer ultimately, and all this becomes just 20% part of the whole package that you will be presenting on stage. So now if you will see, definitely see the before and the after. The before and the after. So if you do a proper makeup, which according to your skin type, and I teach my students makeup also, and trust me, it is just a 1 hour to 1.5 hour class, and you're good to go for the rest of your life. I mean, you don't need to visit the parlor for doing your own makeup. The right product, it's a one-time investment, and definitely and I know gynecologists will feel कुठे वेळ आहे आम्हाला हे सगळं काय वर्तिका सांगत आहे, कुठे काय कोण करणार आहे. But it's a little bit, the first step towards grooming yourself is having the right kind of makeup even when you're at work. Why countries like US, UK, when they are not that, I mean, I simply feel that we are far more intelligent अंदर से as compared to them, but बाहर से we are really उनके सामने very very low IQ when it comes to presenting ourselves, in on a bigger platform. हम कहीं ना कहीं fail हो जाते हैं, and that is what people take advantage of. Why are we lacking behind is because we don't know how to present ourselves, because हमने वो एक especially people in Nagpur and Amravati, Akola, people of this side, they feel ki looking a certain way, dressing up a certain way is too much for a woman. She's outrageous, and they start judging her. But times should change. For me, I feel if you're elegantly wearing your makeup, if you're elegantly dressed up, it is the best thing you can do to yourself to boost your confidence. You don't have to just look like a haggard doctor all the time, who just doesn't love herself and just busy working. And even if you're wearing a pony like for work, why don't you wear a high pony? I have many doctors students also who want to go for pageants. I always tell them, even if you're at work, why do you have to tie up like you're a maid in the house? Why don't just a little high pony, you do, and your whole look changes. Very very simple tips we give for basic self grooming. And makeup is also one of them. It's not necessary to be fully in full makeup at all times. A 2-minute procedure it is. Like in gynecology, you do cesarean sections, there are various procedures for that. So this is also just a 2-minute procedure. Carrying a compact foundation, a lipstick and a kajal in your purse, and then you're good to go, for at all times. Being presentable makes a huge difference. Let me tell you that. Being yourself is fine, but being presentable is altogether another level of love that you give yourself, and it shows that this person loves herself or himself in the care they take of themselves. It is self-love and self-respect is very very visible in the way you care for yourself. So don't just follow the notion that doctors can't be a certain way. You should know, it's high time you people should change that we can be classy and educated. So that is a new mantra for doctors. Pageant walking, obviously this is another thing which you all will have to do when you're on stage. Obviously there are going to be experts who are going to help you with that. I'm just going to give you a few tips on how to walk confidently on stage, because this is another thing which will give you confidence on stage. You have to understand your stage first of all, कि कहाँ से आना है, कहाँ से जाना है, टर्न कैसे होना है और वापस कैसे जाना है. It's only a matter of 1 minute that you will enter the stage and exit the stage, but those 60 seconds are all you have to create the impact and being be getting noticed in the eyes of the judges, that yeah, this person, I need to shortlist this person for the top 5 or the top 3. So if you don't understand your stage and you're confused about it, then it shows in your walk. And if you're not walking properly because you don't know what the stage is all about, then your confidence lowers down, and then it shows on your face, and then it definitely you don't make a connection with the judges and you lose your points. So it's very important to follow whatever will be taught to you regarding your sequencing in your fashion walk. Please understand the stage, how your stage is. For walking tips, obviously you may take one step ahead. Definitely if you want to win, you have to work a little hard. You should watch ramp walk videos. There are hundreds and thousands of ramp walk videos on YouTube available. And don't feel I am this age, or I am this size, or I am this thing, so I will not look good. You see, so practice makes man a perfect person. And I was also a beginner at some point in my life. So you all have to first watch ramp walk videos. While walking, to maintain your confidence, please don't make eye contact with anyone. Try not to maintain any eye contact with anyone. Just look straight into vacuum somewhere, so that you are not conscious about what people are doing or whether they are watching you or not. So look into vacuum, far away. Don't move your head from side to side while walking. Your posture should be straight while walking, and your hands should not move a lot. I feel when people are walking on stage, they move their hands a lot, or they just don't move it at all. So don't keep your hands stiff or move them too much. Just have a relaxed walk, and थोड़ा थोड़ा हाथ उसके साथ अपने आप ही naturally sway होता है और walk automatically confident लगती है. Don't forget to smile. Forget it कि यहाँ पे स्टेज है, यहाँ पे लाइट्स है, वहां पे जजेस है, और हमें पैजेंट तो कुछ जमता नहीं. हमें पढ़ाई कितनी भी करा लो, कितनी भी किताबें हमसे रटवा लो, बट ये वॉक हमें नहीं जमता. इट इज अ सिंपलेस्ट थिंग. इट इज रियली नॉट रॉकेट साइंस. यू जस्ट हैव टू वॉक विथ योर नेचुरल सेल्फ. कोई मटक वटक ज्यादा जरूरी नहीं है. अगर आप कर सकते हैं तो बहुत अच्छी बात है, लेकिन एक नेचुरल वॉक करिए, जैसे आप मॉर्निंग वॉक के लिए जाते हैं वैसे चलिए. बस हाथ बहुत ज्यादा मत हिलाइए, बहुत कम मत हिलाइए. एक नेचुरल स्वे होना चाहिए आपके बॉडी को. आंखें वैक्यूम की तरफ देखें, और बहुत ज्यादा बड़ी स्माइल हो आपके फेस पे, एंड यू आर देयर, यू आर क्रिएटिंग एन इम्पैक्ट. डोंट लुक एट मॉडल्स. मॉडल वॉक जब आप देखते हैं तो वो एकदम डेड फेस के साथ चलती है, कि उनके चेहरे पे बिल्कुल स्माइल नहीं होता, एटीट्यूड होता है, और वो चलती है तो हमें लगता है ये परफेक्ट वॉक करती है. नहीं, उनका पर्पस कुछ और है. वहां पे फैशन डिजाइनर्स वांट पीपल टू लुक एट देयर क्लोथ्स. अगर वो मॉडल्स स्माइल करेंगी तो लोग कपड़ों को छोड़कर उनके चेहरे को अप्रिशिएट करने लगेंगे. सो दे डोंट वांट दैट. सो दैट इज व्हाई दे वांट मॉडल्स लाइक डेड हैंगर्स. एक तो हैंगर की तरह दिखनी चाहिए, और दूसरी फेस पे स्माइल नहीं होना चाहिए, बिकॉज वो पैजेंट वॉक नहीं है, वो फैशन डिजाइनर के लिए वॉक कर रही है, जिसमें कपड़ों पर ध्यान जाना चाहिए. सो डोंट मिस्टेक दैट काइंड ऑफ एटीट्यूड और गुस्सा चेहरे पे या एरोगेंस चेहरे पे जो लाके वो चलती है, डोंट मिस्टेक दैट फॉर अ परफेक्ट कैट वॉक. दैट इज नॉट एट ऑल अ पैजेंट वॉक. व्हाट पैजेंट वॉक इज ऑल अबाउट? पैजेंट वॉक में आपके कपड़े, जूते, मेकअप, किसी चीज पे ध्यान नहीं जाना चाहिए, आपके फेस पे ध्यान जाना चाहिए. And the best accessory you can carry for your own confidence is your smile. That is the only thing which is going to make you stand out in that crowd, because the other contestants, they do get nervous. होठ कांपने लगते हैं, किसी के दांत क्लटर करने लगते हैं. ये सब आपको भी फीलिंग्स आएंगी. ऑल दीज बटरफ्लाइज यू विल गेट इन योर स्टमक. बट इसके आगे जो जाएगा वही jeetega. And smile is the only thing which is going to help you win that crown. Trust me on this. So obviously, your feet don't cross and walk when you're walking. एक के सामने एक ऐसे भी नहीं चलना है हमें. Not like, it's not for men. It is for females. I'm talking. Men should walk definitely like this, but females should not walk like this, nor like this. Females should walk like this, like in a straight line, and automatically you don't have to do anything. Automatically your walk will look good. So day to day also, you should walk like that. A female should walk with a lot of grace and feminism and elegance, because we are the blessed creature by God, that we have been created in a certain shape and a certain way. We have beautiful curves, so we should flaunt them. We should, use them to the best of our ability. And that is what feminism is all about. Being manly is definitely not feminism. People misunderstand women empowerment into equal opportunities is an altogether different subject. But, accepting your femininity is one thing which I feel you should embrace wholeheartedly, that you're born a female, and you should love that fact about yourself, and try to improve your own personality with these little things, like walking in a straight line, even in your day-to-day activity, automatically, gives you confidence. And it automatically, when people look at you, they feel a certain connection. So that is what is important. It is not about attention, being feminine, being, graceful, or loving yourself, or walking in a certain way, taking care of your fitness, having a little bit of makeup, wearing good clothes is not about attention all the time. That's also a very big misinterpretation people have. It's about being confident in your own self and accepting the beauty within you, the way God has created you. You are a female, and be proud of it. And the same goes to men. Obviously, you may have a beer belly, or you may have, you may not be in your best physique at the moment when you're entering this pageant, but your smile and your attitude is what is going to matter on stage. That is what is going to make you win, and nothing else. Obviously, taking care of your fitness is very, very important. Take this as a learning experience. There are so many groomers trying to groom you about fitness, about everything. So the most important takeaway message from here is that only, this is not just about beauty pageant. It is a personality development crash course that you people are having, thanks to Vaidehi ma'am and Shantala ma'am and all of these people. So it's a personality development crash course. Please don't misunderstand it as like just focused on beauty pageant ki stage ke liye aisa karna hai. Nahi, it's about आपको आपकी पूरी लाइफ में ये चीजें हेल्प करेंगी, because life is 20% of technical knowledge but 80% personality. Trust me on this. You may have less skills, but if you have an impressive personality, the sky is the limit for you, and so many opportunities open up for you. You become so sought after by so many people that people want to get associated with you. People want to work with you. It's an added advantage of, having a great personality and a charismatic personality. And it's not something you're born with. Charisma is not something you're born with. Everybody can develop it within themselves by little things, adopting little things in their daily life. Definitely a pleasing personality is always welcome. So I said how to look pleasing on stage is with a smile. A smile, not just a little smile, but a broad smile is the most important. Stage se wo dikhni chahiye. तो एक हल्की smile खुद के लिए मत हंसिए, लोगों के लिए हंसिए. इनफैक्ट अगर आप नर्वस है तो मैं अपने स्टूडेंट्स को बोलती हूँ पेट से हंसिए, यानी जोक याद करिए और आवाज निकालिए स्टेज पर और हंसते रहिए स्टेज पर, तो वो ऑटोमेटिकली कनेक्शन हो जाता है ऑडियंस के साथ. आईज चलते वक्त नीचे नहीं देखनी चाहिए. जब आप नीचे देखते हैं तो यू लुक अंडर कॉन्फिडेंट एंड शाय. आईज हमेशा सीधी देखिए, वैक्यूम में देखिए, किसी की तरफ भले ही मत देखिए, लेकिन वैक्यूम में सीधे देखिए. एंड ऑब्वियसली मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट ऑफ ऑल इज वॉकिंग विथ कॉन्फिडेंस. Definitely for catwalk, remember your outfit should be comfortable and glamorous. It should not be your routine clothes. Don't just stand on the stage, have a little shimmer on it, have a little shine on it, have a little good kind of sleeves, something like that, something different. Have a shiny belt around it, have dazzling glittery earrings, something, something to make you look glamorous and not your routine self. So that is what is important on stage. Before going on stage, I always tell my students that once they are ready completely from head to toe with whatever they could do best for themselves, look in the mirror and talk positive about yourself. You know, that is what I have always done. And that is what I always do before going for any presentation or before going anywhere. I look in the mirror after I'm done with it. And I always talk to myself. Like if you remember, I think that movie where there's Kareena Kapoor. So, तुम्हें कोई हक नहीं बनता कि तुम इतनी खूबसूरत दिखो. You know, what is all that? It is self positive talk. That was a Kabhi Khushi Kabhi Gum ka dialogue hai ki she looks in the mirror and she says, तुम्हें कोई हक नहीं बनता कि तुम हमेशा इतनी खूबसूरत दिखो. So you should have this positive chat with yourself on a daily basis. It changes something within you as well. And trust me on this, and don't take it like as a joke. It really works when you do positive talking with yourself. It really works even when you're not feeling the most confident at that moment, but you have decided to take the jump in the river and either swim or drown, because now you have no choice. You have to go on the other side. You will either swim across or you will drown, whatever it is. Now you've jumped into that river. So might as well, you know, try to move some hands and legs. So positive talking to yourself is very, very important for confidence building. Practice, obviously, there is no substitute to hard work. Workout, you've already had a lecture on that by Sadashiv sir, and he's of course an expert in it. So workout, there is no substitute to fitness. Fitness is very essential. Fitness is not about getting into a certain size or shape or anything like that, but when you start working out, your circulation improves. Your circulation improves, your face shows that glow of blushing, you know, that's a natural glow which comes on your face, which no makeup can you know, enhance. So that natural glow comes on your face, the natural healthy, your eyes look naturally healthy, your you know, you feel good within yourself, and when you feel good inside, a lot of positive comes on the outside. So trust me, workout is not just for fitness, but it is for your own mental what do you say, mental relaxation also. And you will see the changes when you adopt a healthy lifestyle. Definitely a lot in you changes. Question answers, Harsha ma'am is going to you know, take care of, but you have to answer properly and smartly. Please don't give any casual answers. Like when they ask you what is the quality in you that you don't like, and people always say, you know, main bahut shy hu. Don't give such kind of casual answers. You know, you are gynecologists, you should be master of words, and try to give very, very answers which are having social relevance, moral value, and are of some significance. So to every answer, first of all, try to be positive. Just say, I'm not shy about anything in my life. Whatever I'm shy about, I am always ready to overcome it. You know, I like challenges. So if you turn that answer into a positive answer, that shows that you are deserving to be the king or the queen on that stage. A queen or a king, they have weaknesses, but they don't show it as their weaknesses. They have that charisma, the power to convert their weakness into strength. So remember, this crown is actually meant for those people only who are capable of, you know, converting their weaknesses into strength. Every one of us falls short at something in life. None of us are perfect figures or ideal individuals. Every one of us have shortcomings. So but can every one of us become king or queen in life? No, it's not like that. So the only thing is how you face your challenges. So how you face your question and answer round, that is going to ultimately determine your win on stage. So if you give an answer to any question, if you give an answer which is socially relevant and morally high, your chances of winning automatically increase. So, you know, if you're a possible queen or a king, and if this comes into reality, you would be an epitome of beauty for the people, and you shall be the representative of that title. Remember, whatever this NOGS, dazzling diva, dashing dude, you are going to be the representative of that title. You will be remembered as the first winners of this particular pageant for years to come. You will go down in some sort of history of NOGS that these were the winners and this was the pageant they had taken part in. So remember, you are representing a big pageant, a big revolution. So answer accordingly. Don't be casual with your answers. This is just an example. If you could change some things, some past of your life, what would you change and why? So people always, cry in that, I lost my mother, I lost my father. It is obviously a hard reality of your life. Whatever has happened, you don't need to be that truthful and honest on a stage. Remember that it's ultimately a race you have to win. So this is just an example. I'm saying how you can make this negative question into a positive way. Ki nothing. I don't want to change anything in my life. I am what I am because of my past experiences. Changing any part of that would change what defines me as a person, and I would not let that happen. So this is a very negative question that was thrown at you, they were trying to dig out something negative in your personality or some sad event of your life. But you want to be the queen or the king. You have made it into a very bold statement that I am what I am because of my past. So I don't want to change anything about it. So you have definitely impressed the judges. So if God would grant you one wish, what would it be and why? I would wish that no human should suffer due to financial and social deprivation. It is awful to accept the fact that we are so busy in keeping up with luxury and innovation while thousands of beggars are waiting for alms in the cold streets. Now, this is a socially high, morally high answer. It has got social relevance and high value to it when you think beyond yourself. So in a pageant, if they ask you, अगर आपको एक wish मिलती तो आप क्या मांगेंगे अपने लिए, तो please अपने ऊपर concentrate मत करिए. ये बहुत common questions होते हैं. Try not, for any question, try not to focus on yourself, but try to focus on the bigger picture of something of relevance. Try to give something of value to people, that what would you do to help humanity as a whole? So try to make such simple questions into socially relevant answers. These are answers which I have given in my past pageants. So I have just taken them as an example. So I have won those pageants. I have almost participated in 8 to 9 of them. So why I had won is because of these few things, because where people were trying to trap me, but how I have come out of that, and I have given a socially relevant answer. So these are just confidence boosters and little tips. Definitely how to get an A+ in Q&A. So आपकी gynecology exams में आपने almost gold medals लिए होंगे, आपकी practice roaring होगी. So you have already got an A+ in your respective fields. But whatever the question, whatever the question, will you give utter disappointment or utter brilliance is what will decide your win in the journey. Are you going to disappoint them or are you going to show them your brilliance? It's all up to you. And this is not rocket science. It's just logic and common sense. The battle for the crown requires more than good looks and a flattering figure. It requires the right amount of intelligence and reaction. उस वक्त, उस समय आपने क्या कहा, कैसे कहा और किस अंदाज में कहा, यही आपकी जीत को अल्टीमेटली डिफाइन करेगा. उसके पहले आप कितना जो भी कुछ आपने कर लिया वो सब वॉश आउट हो जाता है जब आप अपने आप को इंट्रोड्यूस करते हैं और जब आप क्वेश्चन आंसर राउंड फेस करते हैं. वो सबसे 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 इंपॉर्टेंट पार्ट है पैजेंट का. Remember, your answers should make sense. I always tell them, don't give casual answers. Don't make the answers boring. Don't be too honest. Don't be too honest. Not everyone is Sushmita Sen, who will go on stage and say, I am going to adopt kids and become a mother without a man. She actually has done this for herself. Nobody would have believed it when she had given that answer, the essence of being a woman. She said motherhood is the essence of being a woman, but that does not mean that I have to give birth to the child myself or marry somebody to become a mother. I can be a mother by adopting kids also, and that is what I am going to do. And she has actually done that. But at that point, on that stage, she made a very revolutionary comment, a revolutionary remark. That is why she won the crown. So if you have to be very progressive, you have to be very, you have to be thinking ahead of time when you're on that stage. You have to be thinking ahead of time. You have to be like a political person, giving great promises to the world. Whether you fulfill them or not is definitely up to you, but you have to be a great political person on stage, making great promises to the world. Remember that. So have them go, whoa, what an answer, and not what, like kya, ye kya jawab tha. लोगों ने ऐसा नहीं सोचना चाहिए आपके आंसर होने के बाद. Definitely be short in your answer, be specific, make sense, be witty, put emotions, be positive, be diplomatic. If they ask you BJP or Congress, try to be diplomatic. Try to talk to whoever is going to think for the betterment of the country, that is going. Don't be too honest by taking sides. Remember that gym only is not equal to winning. So don't get disheartened if you are not of a certain shape and size right now at this point in your life, but definitely take it as a message that you really need to have a fit lifestyle to get ahead in life, because life is not a 100-meter dash. It's a marathon which everyone has to win, and you shouldn't be left behind in that race. Hard work has no substitute. This is again a confidence booster. The more you work hard, the more you are confident about yourself, and the more you're happy when you're on stage. Be your own kind of beautiful. That is what, I admire Shantala ma'am and Vaidehi ma'am, and they are their own kind of beautiful. I mean, I really get inspired by them, because the way they carry themselves, that's really very inspiring. And no wonder that they are so much, like a social personality in the city. Everybody knows them. It's not just because they are gynecologists, it's because they have a certain personality also that they carry with themselves. They make a statement, they make a mark whenever they come in front of you, and you're automatically connected to people who love themselves. So it shows in their day-to-day life as well. So they are their own kind of beautiful. Beauty is the opposite of perfection. It's about confidence, charisma, and character. That is one thing. Another is obviously accept yourself. Don't feel that मैं ऐसी नहीं हूँ, मैं वैसी नहीं हूँ. You should understand your limitations. You should know that your weak areas where you have to work. To take it as a challenge, but don't get depressed because you are not a certain thing and you don't have a certain personality. Don't get depressed. Work on it. That is the whole thing. Of course, some superheroes wear a cape, some wear a crown and heel. So think like a queen. A queen is not afraid to fail. Failure is another stepping stone to greatness. And definitely, this is my last slide, that all of y'all, from the bottom of my heart, I wish that you all enjoy this ride. This pageant journey is definitely going to be transformational. And all of y'all, if in any way I have been able to, make a little impact in whatever I have said till now, I would be really glad. Even one person changes because of my talk is my reward. For that only we are all here together. So love yourself more and understand the importance that as doctors, you are not just responsible for your patients and your family, but you're also responsible for your own self, and that's your temple. So take care of it. So thank you, ma'am, Vaidehi ma'am, thank you, Shantala ma'am, and all of y'all. Thank you for inviting me and giving me this opportunity. It is always a pleasure to be working with Vaidehi ma'am, and she really knows how much I love and adore her.
Wow, Vartika, thank you so much for this, really fantastic presentation. You have inspired us, you have motivated us, and I really think you're a true diva. I mean, there was so much knowledge and so much information in this that I'm sure we can take away so much just from this, and if the pageant is going to be, more along these lines, I'm sure we're going to have a fantastic time together. Really superb presentation. Thank you so much.
Absolutely,
I think,
Vartika, I can't stop myself in commenting. I was not supposed to give any comments in between, but I can't stop myself. This has been one of the most outstanding, I should say, presentations on personality development. Really, such beautiful, useful tips you've given to all of us. I'm sure all the participants are going to benefit tremendously from your presentation. And this, ये तो क्या बोलते हैं ना, अभी तो आज मुंह दिखाई हुई है, अभी तो आगे आगे और कुछ आप दिखाने वाले हो सबको. So
I think वैदे मुझे हम लोगों ने सबने वर्तिका का एकेडमी में जाके कोर्स करना चाहिए.
yes, I was exactly. तूने मेरी मुंह की बात छीन ली. मैंने बोला ये ट्रेलर था. सही मूवी
हाँ.
सीखने उसको ज्वाइन करो. सब लोग सीख के आओ उसके यहाँ से. And I'm sure
Yeah,
सबको बहुत अच्छा लगा. Really outstanding presentation, Vartika. We really loved it. Thank you so much.
So I think the next presenter have still to join. If anybody has questions, we have time because the next talk is supposed to be at 5. मैं
Yes.
तब तक मैम को कॉल करती हूँ. Maybe we can take some questions.
Yeah,
till
take
then.
up. Yes, start asking questions. Unmute, ask, and again mute yourself so that there is no echo or background noise. Vartika, there is Dr. Ujjwala wants to know the address of your institute.
Oh, ma'am, actually, there's no particular address as of now, but I do take grooming at my own house. So you're most welcome to come at my place, and then we can definitely have the grooming sessions here.
Yes.
And online classes are also available.
Ujjwala, follow her on Facebook. Follow her on Facebook. She keeps posting those pictures of her training sessions.
You know what? Since long years, I was searching for personality development classes. So I really wanted to know, and today's your talk was excellent. No, I don't have.
Excellent.
I'm falling short of words actually. What I feel myself that yes, being doctor is okay on one part, but personality development and grooming yourself from all the direction is what is of utmost important if you want to really present yourself and to try if you want to outstand in the crowd, as you said. So I really want to have more learning from you, more of your classes. I would love to attend.
Most
So
welcome.
just really, what is your timing and what is your address? It's not for anyone else to show myself to anyone, but it's for myself, particularly for my development personality.
That is what is ma'am has put a very right statement that you dress up, you look away, you behave in a certain way, not for anybody else but for yourself. And when you start doing that, the world around you also accepts you, and everything around you starts changing, and you see a lot of positivity coming back to your life. I have experienced that myself, so I am like a torch bearer in this, that your personality is what makes you shine. Your technical skills, they come later on. That is obviously are going to that is what is going to keep you in the race, but your personality is going to, you never get a second chance to make the first impression. That is the mantra.
Yes,
you have
yes.
just one chance, and if you lose that, and then बहुत effort लगता है फिर खुद को prove करने के लिए life में. So when you get that first chance to shine, then shine, and then बाकी सब बाद में.
Yeah, I
And
love this
secondly-
mantra. Huh? This
Yeah,
lovely mantra you've given everyone today. Now you never get a second chance to make the first impression. Beautiful.
And what I feel that we all are at this stage that we have ample of money, and we are not running in particular academic race now. We are all settled. So now it's a time for ourselves. We can devote the whole time for grooming ourselves.
Yes.
So really, we can invest the time for ourselves as well.
Yes.
What I
Yes, ma'am.
Welcome,
That is
Dr.
so
Harsha
true.
ma'am. Harsha ma'am, welcome to the session. Thank you for logging in and accepting our invitation. Shantala, ma'am has logged in.
Yes. Yeah. I think I'm waiting for Sonal also to join in. Maybe we'll wait for a couple of minutes.
She's there.
Sonal is joining? Okay,
yeah.
great. So any more questions for Vartika? Okay. So I think I will, we are all going to connect with you later on, Vartika. So we'll hold our questions till then. Looking forward to that as well. Thank you so
ma'am.
much once again. Really, thank you so much.
Thank you.
So after this simply fantastic presentation by Dr. Vartika Patil, we have amongst us some, some really experienced trainers. We have with us Harsha Zaria ma'am and Sonal Malkan. Both are from LED College at present. And I think ma'am was going to invite the third participant as well, Swati Banerjee. So let me take this opportunity to introduce Harsha Zaria ma'am to you. She's another accomplished lady. She's the Chief Administrative Officer of the Group of Institutions of Women Education Society for LED College of Women. She is the Academic Counselor for IGNOU. She is the Honorary Coordinator for the PG courses in fashion at LED College for Women at Seminary Hills. She is a member of many different, societies and organizations. She is really well versed in so many things. In addition to that, she's also the curriculum developer for the National Skill Development Project for NCERT. She's an expert trainer of students in soft skills, especially of differently abled persons as well. And also she's done training courses for inmates of the mental hospital. She is an event director. She's a choreographer for personality contests and fashion shows. And she does fashion shows on social causes as well, like for cancer survivors and for differently abled people. So such an illustrious personality is present amongst us today. Welcome to this webinar, Harsha Zaria ma'am. We are most delighted to have you here. And I would also like to welcome Sonal Malkan Trivedi. She's another truly accomplished personality. She's a lecturer at LAD College at present. She's a soft skills and English language trainer since the past 12 years. She's the director, choreographer, and a Zumba instructor at Shining Stars Dance and Fitness Studio since the past 18 years. She is again a fashion show and a personality contest trainer. She's also an actor, choreographer, assistant director, production stage manager at Stagecraft Theatre. She has performed in plays at Prithvi Theatre, NCPA, Mumbai, Hyderabad, Raipur, etc. So welcome to this event, Sonal. It's lovely having you here. She's also recently joined our Rotary Club, so I have had the pleasure of meeting her personally. So I would like to wish both of you a warm welcome, and I would like to request you to continue your talk about how to answer questions. Thank you so much. Hello, Harsha ma'am.
Hello.
Yes, ma'am, we can hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, we can hear you, ma'am.
So
We can see you and hear you.
Yeah. See, first part of any personality contest is the introduction. Okay, so today I'm going to brief you about, because we are going to prepare you with your own introductions, and that is the beginning of your rounds. So later on we'll go for a question answer sessions. So first,
Acharya ma'am, may I interrupt? Shantala, can you call? Vartika, are you there? Can you stop share, please?
Yeah, I was just going
Can
to
you stop
ask.
sharing screen? Vartika, if you're there. Or maybe you
Vartika
can call her.
Vartika is still logged in. I'll call her up.
Yeah, so that then we can have full view of ma'am, the faculty.
Yeah, I'll just do that.
so should I continue now?
Please go ahead, ma'am.
Okay. So like, what does the introduction means? Intro means inside, and duction means giving information. It's like your visual persona, where you are going to give your introduction visually to the judges and to the audience. So it is like telling about yourself. So when you prepare your introduction, it's better that you write from the childhood to till date. You are going to write about yourself, what you have gone through, and wherever you have made achievement, where you have gone through the struggles and how you overcome that. So that could be like a 2-3 pages, but later on you can pick up some important points of your life one by one, and you can restrict to 20 sentences. So from the 20 sentences, again you can edit it and make it whatever best information you can tell about yourself. So that you can pick up, because in any introduction, the beginning and the end should be very good. The judges should remember, I remember this girl has given, or this lady has given a very good introduction. So your beginning and how you end your introduction is very important. and it should not exceed more than, means we restrict to actually 30 seconds, because I don't know how many participants you are. But can you tell me how many participants are there?
We have two categories, gold and silver, and roughly in the gold we have about 14 to 15 participants, and silver 10.
10 means we can say total 25.
Yes, total 25.
So if we restrict to 30 seconds, okay, because अगर हम 30 seconds भी बोलते हैं तो it can again go to 40-45 seconds, because sometimes you take a pause और कई बार लोग भूल भी जाते हैं, so it is like that. So you have to stretch little bit, because क्या रहता है कि if the participants are less, then we can go for a 1 minute, but if participants are more, then you can take it to 30 to 47 40 seconds. So that is then you have to decide. So prepare your brief introduction before the patient, and a good introduction emphasize more than your name. Okay, compose a few sentences that state your name, where you are from, and at least one interesting fact about yourself, such as your hobby, interest, and not go too many, like you don't go in a way past, but if you have in past you have done some kind of a struggle and you have came out of that struggle, and the thing which you want to emphasize, that thing if you want you can include that, and what you are doing at present, if you are associated with any NGO, or what you are giving to the society, that point also you can emphasize in your introduction. And if you want one sentence about your family background and all, so that also you can tell them. And like I'll just refer to something, then we come to know this is like a content what you are supposed to include. Then because the even when I joined your session, so Vartika was talking about the first impression. So your first impression, as we say, it's a last impression. So that introduction round is your first impression, and if you give your best performance, then there are chances you go for the next round. So that we will see कि कैसा रहेगा. So that should be very, very good, because sometimes what happens, even if you prepare a very good introduction, and if you get nervous when you come to the stage, then if you take some pause, like my name is and all that. So then judges and all, they notice that, and you may not go to the second round. So you have to be very, very confident while you're speaking. And the introduction has to be very short, crisp, and interesting. And if you want to start your introduction with some kind of a one line of a poem, and means your introduction should give information regarding your entire personality, how you are as a person, where you, and you can, if you want, you can add a shairi which reflects to your personality, or a song, or anything like, or any quote. So that also gives a very good impression to the judges. Then we come to know about now this is like a content which you should include. Then it comes to the presentation. So presentation, like when you have already prepared your introduction and you're presenting your introduction in front of the judges and the audience, and that time, how you walk on the stage, your confidence level should show ki means the people should feel what a confident walk she has. And then how you hold the mic, and just show you, because some of the people, they hold mic like this, which is not, which doesn't look good. So you have to hold it very delicately like this and not very close to your mouth, because your face should not cover with your mic. So
Ma'am, we
you
could
should
not
hold-
say how you are supposed to hold the mic. Your mic is going below the frame.
Okay, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, if you can come a little up.
So
Yes.
एक minute.
थोड़ा कैमरा नीचे हटे. हाँ.
Is that okay? See,
Yeah.
you the fingers,
Now we can see.
fingers, you hold it like this. ठीक है? Not like this. So you have to hold your mic like this, and your face should show in front of the audience.
Yes, we can see, ma'am.
So you can hold the mic. Then one thing is very important, that your confidence should look on your face. Then you should be smiling. And the content which you are delivering to the audience and the judges, your expression should match with the content you are speaking. If you're talking about the sad thing, then some sadness should be there. But if you're talking about something exciting you have done, that excitement should show on your face. So it should not be like a monotonous ki jaise rata rataya apne introduction bol diya. So the facial expressions and is very, very important. So it should be your introduction should capture in the memory of the judges. That is very important, because some one line which hits the audience and the judges is very important. So एक line शुरू में and एक line last में you should say, so that it is very good. Then so when you are speaking, that time also, like your voice modulation is very important. So your voice should be not very loud also, not very this thing also low also.
तो किस तरह से enhance किया है. So there are very different ways of saying it. Rather than saying I'm from here, I do this, I do that, I like singing, dancing, jogging, you can have various ways, form various sentences, creative sentences to make it very, very, like सुन के जिसमें मजा आ जाए उस तरह से. You can start with a song, any song which you feel like. Of course, you should have a good voice also for that. So if you think you have a good voice and if you can sing, also if you're adding, if you can sing, judges might just ask you to stop and sing 2 lines about your life. So you should be prepared for that. So yeah, overall, I think, ma'am, do you want me to give more examples, or 2 examples are enough for you to have an idea?
No, give more examples.
Okay. So I have one more. Yeah. So this one is like a little bit of starting with thoda sa poetic hai. Okay.
So then can you shift towards one side? You're at one corner of the screen. If you can come in the center. Yeah, that's better.
Okay.
Yeah.
Actually, my camera is like that, So
I know, I realized, that's why I mentioned that.
My camera is a different.
वैदेही मॅम
Yeah.
एक इंट्रोडक्शन हिंदीत घ्यायचं का, म्हणजे घेऊ शकते का सोनल? Just because I think many are apprehensive about the language as well, I think so.
Our doctors would be apprehensive about English. That's what you mean?
No. Yes, few maybe apprehensive. So just I wanted
One
to hear
example you
one
can
in
give.
Hindi. Yes.
One example you can give in Hindi, if it's okay with you.
Okay, I will definitely give. Let me just find out a little bit of content which I have written already, which is there in Hindi. I have to find it out and then read it out to you. Before that, one just example, in again, because I have it over here, I'll just say and then I'll show in Hindi also. Meanwhile, we can, Harsha ma'am can give you some more tips on that. So yeah, one more which you can add a little bit of poetry in that. So you can start with, she woke up in the morning and looked at herself in the mirror and stared. There she saw a beautiful woman, full of confidence, energy, zeal, and zest, who had the whole universe on her shoulders, but made it look like a pair of wings because she sees possibility everywhere. Namaste, ladies and gentlemen. I am Jane Doe, representing XYZ profession. Determination is the one word that describes me the most because I have a beautiful family behind me and I can see the spark in their eyes growing each day, which gives me confidence and power to work harder. Thank you. So you can start like this with a poem. Okay, whichever way you fit it. Fine. So you wanted an example in Hindi. Meanwhile, if ma'am, Harsha ma'am, if you can just give any more tips and all, I'll just go through.
Hello, back again. See, like she said, any other language, that is very important because see, everyone is not comfortable with English. So ये भी हो सकता है कि कोई मराठी में भी अगर देना चाहे तो आप मराठी में भी बहुत अच्छा बोल सकते हैं क्योंकि लैंग्वेज इज नॉट अ बैरियर in any beauty pageant या पर्सनालिटी कॉन्टेस्ट, पर यही है कि आपने जो भी बोलना है वो मतलब without any putting any grammatical mistakes or anything like that, so that should be included. और हिंदी में भी बहुत अच्छा आप बोल सकते हैं. And I'll send you some good examples of introduction also of other beauty pageants जिनके अच्छे हैं, तो that will give you an idea कि किस तरह से बोलना है, कैसे facial expression रखना है, because that is very important. And ये जो question answer session जो है वो इसके बाद आएगा, and I'm sure whether he like you will
Yes,
be
ma'am.
having only judges question answers.
Yes, ma'am. Mostly, you suggest something else?
No, you can keep only judges question and answer.
Yes, ma'am. That's the plan.
And while we are preparing for the question answers, we will practice on the like common question answers usually.
Yes, ma'am.
जो judges पूछते हैं, और अभी जो current situation चल रही है उस पे भी पूछ सकते हैं. So
Yes.
we can discuss on that
Yes.
further when
It will be like a rehearsal.
like a rehearsal.
Yes.
Like we'll throw one question and let everybody answer that question, because उसमें क्या है कि everyone can come out with different type of answers. Then even the participants can judge कि किसका answer सबसे अच्छा था. So that way we can practice.
Yes,
And,
ma'am. Sounds great.
क्योंकि that saves our time. हम लोग question answer round के ऐसा अलग से round रखेंगे because that will waste lot of our time.
Yes.
And since you people have 25 contestants, तो उसमें बहुत time चला जाएगा, because we have also experienced this. First, we in Miss LED contest, we used to keep question answers where we used to involve top 15 from 30 to 15. 30 people used to give their introduction, जिसमें more than half an hour used to go into introduction. Then
Yes, ma'am.
again half an hour in top 15 mein. And then you come to the judges round. So उससे टाइम बहुत वेस्ट हो जाता है.
Yeah.
So we have to make short and sweet program.
Yes, ma'am. Finalists will be given the question answers round.
हाँ, तो जो फाइनलिस्ट होंगे, जैसे 10 आप शॉर्ट लिस्ट कर सकते हैं.
हाँ जी, ma'am.
And you can have 5 judges, give them 2 questions, and they will answer that. On the basis of that, you can shortlist 5, then common question round, like that.
Yes, yes.
So,
Right, ma'am.
हाँ, तो उससे in between you can have, if you're changing the outfits and all, like from traditional to evening gown, so in that case you have to keep 2-3 fillers also of dances and things like that.
That's the plan, ma'am. We'll be discussing it with you in details.
Yes, yes. So if Sonal is ready.
Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, you wanted to know what you can do in Hindi. Again, आप अपने बारे में जो भी introduction बनाएंगे वो तो आपका matter रहेगा. But I can give you an example of how you start. So when you come, you stand. Random आप कहीं से भी शुरू कर सकते हैं, ठीक है? महक जाऊं मैं आज तो ऐसे फूल बगिया में खिलते हो जैसे बादलों की मैं ओढ़ूं चुनरिया झूम जाऊं मैं बन के बाबरिया अपनी चोटी में बांध लूं दुनिया दिल है छोटा सा छोटी सी आशा. और यही मेरा इंट्रोडक्शन है. This whole song completes my whole introduction, how I feel, मुझे कैसे क्या पसंद है, और अगर मैं नेचर लवर हूँ तो उसमें भी ये आ गया. और इसके बाद में आप शुरू कर सकते हैं आपके बारे में बताना कि आपका प्रोफेशन क्या है, आप क्या करते हैं. बट दिस ऑलमोस्ट सम्स अप एवरीथिंग. ऑल्सो आप शुरू कर सकते हैं किसी पॉजिटिव मोटिवेटिंग कोट से. नील गगन की ऊंचाइयां ही कम हो जाएगी, समंदर की गहराइयां भी कम हो जाएगी, मन का आत्मविश्वास इतना बढ़ जाएगा कि रास्तों की परेशानियां भी कम हो जाएगी, बस तुम चलते रहना. और इन्हीं पंक्तियों के साथ मैं आपको अपने बारे में कुछ बताना चाहूंगी. एंड यू कैन गिव योर इंट्रोडक्शन. जो भी आपने हिंदी में मैटर आपका जो भी लिखा होगा आप वो कर सकते हैं. सो दिस इज द वे यू कैन स्टार्ट. वैसे ही आप मराठी में भी कर सकते हैं.
Yes. But I must accept and confess here that तुम्हारा जो English का introduction था, which sounded much more impressive. I don't know for whatever reasons, but वो ज़्यादा impressive लग रहा था. Why was that?
Because we are very much used to. कैसा होता है ma'am? Whenever you are asked to introduce yourself, wherever you go, you know, it's always we have this preconceived notion in mind that it is going to be in English. First of all, जो एक and of course, because my comfortable language is in English, I express more in English. Maybe that's why I was more in expressing. I was more inclined towards that language, yes, and it possible. Just came out smoothly.
Possible.
So, yeah.
No, your Hindi expression was beautiful. I was just thinking my perception of both the introductions, English sounded so much more impressive and more convincing.
Yeah, and that is all everywhere. Agar see what happens, man. कि अगर आप बिल्कुल भी अगर आपको डर लग रहा है, यू शुड बी कंफर्टेबल. अगर आप डर रहे हो कोई भी लैंग्वेज में, इन एनी लैंग्वेज, इफ यू आर स्कैर्ड, सपोज you feel that no, I will be able to express myself in Hindi in a better way, go for Hindi. I always prefer telling people to use both languages, but if you're using both languages, make a proper gel of it. It shouldn't look artificial of what you're saying. You know, like, because I am comfortable in this particular language, definitely my introduction in English will sound absolutely flawless because I'm very comfortable with it. Hindi becomes my second language. So again, I'm a little tentative whether my pronunciations are coming out fine, okay, whether I'm thinking correctly. You know, that happens.
Right. Yeah. Perfect.
So one more tip would be, you know, like ma'am said कि आप हिंदी इंग्लिश मराठी में कर सकते हैं. It's always better to keep your introductions in the language which everybody would know, which everybody would relate. So I think English है, हिंदी है, सभी को आती है. Marathi speaking कम लोग होते हैं. Maybe they might not understand. If one of the judges doesn't know Marathi, then you know you might just be in a fix. So you have to take that call of whichever language you are comfortable in.
Yes. Shouldn't be so much of a problem with a crowd like ours.
Yeah.
Right. So, friends, do you have any questions for them? You can unmute and ask.
They were all, today, I think ma'am was also going to discuss some questions also typically asked by judges.
Actually, we said that we'll first concentrate on the introduction round. In the second session, we can, because I feel one by one things you must concentrate. And the common question, I can send it to you and you can send it to your group. And if they go through those questions, then maybe they'll start preparing for the answers.
Yeah, we can do that, ma'am. Once we send out the questions, we'll
Yes.
ask them to come ready with their own answers, and then you ask them and let's see how they answer. You can maybe correct them.
Because
That
it
also sounds good.
because it's like a homework for you all for the
good homework.
introduction and the questions.
Yes, yes, definitely.
So I'll send you the list of questions.
Sure, ma'am.
So maybe next time we'll discuss with the answers, how they give the answers, and let them to prepare. Because we never know what the judges are going to ask. But at least they should have some kind of a confidence level in answering the questions. उसमें भी आपका mind कैसे react करता है questions से and what kind of answers you give, that is important.
That will be fine, ma'am. I think that is a good idea. Next week, we'll all come prepared with our introductions so that we have something to work on, and the questions we can also work on
Questions I'll
subsequently.
send you by tomorrow. So you can
Sure, ma'am.
share in
I'll
your
share it in the group. Yes, yes, I'll do that.
Also, we can share a few links to good introductions, like ma'am said, that, you know.
Yeah.
So they can maybe not copy, but take ideas from there. And
yes,
I think that would be wonderful. We'll get so many ideas from just looking at these videos. That is great.
Because उसमें क्या आ जाएगा, अगर हम आपको कुछ ऐसे वीडियोस भेजेंगे तो उसमें presentation भी आ जाएगा, how they are standing, how they are speaking, how they are holding the mic, and everything will include that. So they
That's
will
perfect.
be very well prepared when we meet next week. So
Yes, next week. So there is a lot of homework for you guys there today. So they have to start making their own introduction by the guidelines have been advised by you, and then question answer round. They have to be ready with their answers.
Yes.
Good homework. Interesting one.
Yes. So any questions for ma'am and for Sonal?
अच्छा, मुझे बताइए, अगर वो इंट्रोड्यूस कर रहे और भूल गए क्या बोलना था. So what should be a participant? What should the participant do if she forgets or he forgets what he or she was supposed to say? How should they cover up?
take pause, deep breath, and continue.
नहीं, जैसे आखिर में आते आते अगर आप एक सेंटेंस लास्ट का भूल भी गए तो वेरी कॉन्फिडेंटली से थैंक यू एंड एंड योर इंट्रोडक्शन. बिकॉज अगर आपने एब्रप्टली ऐसे एंड थैंक यू, मतलब दे विल थिंक कि हाँ ये कुछ भूल गई और ये जा रही है, थैंक यू.
पता नहीं चलना चाहिए.
थोड़ा सा पॉज लेके एंड यू कैन कीप अ स्माइल ऑन फेस एंड से थैंक यू. तो मतलब ऐसा पता नहीं लगना चाहिए कि हाँ भूल गई.
Yeah, I think that is why ma'am has said ना कि short रखना चाहिए, and जो हम हैं वही बोलना चाहिए. Like if we know who we are, it would not. We can always share about that.
Yeah, and also you never jump back to the starting. If you forget, normally people have अच्छा मैं वापस शुरू करती हूँ. You should never do that because that is straight giveaway that अरे ये भूल गई. For possibility आप वापस भूल जाओ. So like I said, एक चीज अगर towards the end आप भूल रहे हो, it's okay if one line is not spoken. You can just say thank you and leave. And if midway, if you feel that no, you can cover it up, just take a deep breath and continue from where you stop.
Right.
Okay.
और ऐसा भी है कि उस टाइम आपको कुछ याद आ गया अपने बारे में बोलने का, अगर आप कुछ और भूल गए तो कुछ और बोल सकते हैं. तो ऐसे तो जरूरी नहीं है.
Right. So if there are no questions, I think that was the last session today, Shantla.
Yeah, if there are no questions, I think we wrap it up now. Thank you so much, Harsha ma'am, and thank you so much, Sonal. You've really
Thank-
given us a lot of food for thought, and thank you for the homework. I think we'll all work on it and be prepared next time we meet, so that you can test how much effort we've put into it, and you can also guide us how we can do it better. So thank you so much. It was wonderful having you here. Hoping to see you all soon.
Yeah, thanks for inviting us.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, Sonal.
Thank you, ma'am.
I'm so glad I've contacted the right people for this session, for our pageant as trainers. Yeah.
Yes,
Wonderful
yes.
session today.
Because
Wonderful.
Vaidehi was witness to our contest.
Yes.
That's why.
Yes.
That's how, ma'am. That's how I thought of you. I have seen you, how well. I mean, how you groomed your girls so well. So that was the first thing in my mind. If at all I have to take a pageant, it's going to be with Harsha ma'am, her team, and of course Vartika. So पहले मैंने आप तीनों को कांटेक्ट किया था कि मुझे ये करना है कैसे करूँ. Thanks for all the help. You've been so helping all through this preparation time. So thank you so much once again.
Thank you.
And thank
madam.
you to all the participants who stayed till the ending of the session. And it was wonderful having you all here. See you next week.
Bye.
Bye bye. See you
Bye.
next week. Thank you. Bye bye. So I'm ending the meet now.